In this video, we're diving into the festival circuit. You'll learn how to not waste money chasing the wrong fests, build a smart submission strategy without blowing your budget, protect your premiere status and avoid mistakes, and finally, how to get the most benefit from your festival experience. If you do it right, you get a lot of screenings and a big audience just through going to festivals, and you get to experience your work through new audiences. And I think you learn a lot as a filmmaker going through that process. But let's start with your goals. You put blood, sweat, and tears into this project, so be honest about what you want. What is success to you? When we made our first short, Throw, our only goal was to learn how film festivals actually work and maybe get a few laurels so our young production company at the time would look a little bit more legit. But we actually did better than we expected, and by the time we made our next film, we knew the system a lot better and felt way more confident in what we were doing. So maybe your goal is prestige, or maybe it's impact, getting your film in front of a specific community. Either way, define success up front. Otherwise, you'll waste time and money chasing something that isn't realistic. And it's definitely not a bad idea to start with a short film to test the waters. Submitting the right way. The main tool is Film Freeway. It's basically a giant database for almost every festival, but it's almost too convenient. Those $30 to $100 fees add up fast, and you just keep pressing the enter button. Programmers will look at your profile before they even hit play. So a polished trailer, clean bio, and press links signals that you're a pro and that they'll actually have good marketing materials to sell tickets to their festival, which is a big bonus for them. If it's a short film, plan on about $500 or so for entry fees for a small targeted run, maybe $1,000. If you're gunning for bigger exposure, a serious run might be $3,000 to $6,000 once you factor in submissions and travel. And that's why goals matter. Otherwise, you'll just burn cash fast. But here's a tip. Don't be afraid to ask the festival if they have travel budget. Many times, more established fests can fly you and your main subject out and put you up. Not always, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Let's talk about premiere strategy. Premiere status is really important in your festival strategy. World premiere is the crown jewel. If you want Sundance or TIFF, they actually require it. So don't burn it on smaller fests by mistake. With Raw Tuba, I had to pull from a festival because I didn't realize the screening was before our world premiere, the world premiere that we really wanted. And you don't want that to happen. It stinks. I learned a lesson. Level 1 tier, I call the Ivy Leagues. This is like your Sundance, Cannes, Venice. I won't say don't enter them, because I'm not gonna kill your dreams, but they're very expensive and there's like less than a 2% acceptance rate. So by all means, go for it, but don't blow your budget on these. So your game plan, pick a handful of level 2 tier fests, submit to those first. Any ones that you're happy with being a world premiere, and it may be dependent on the time of year when you're ready to submit, because they come out at different points. But be patient and try to snag a solid premiere. Your world premiere is gonna be your best chance to get into a bigger festival. And a pro tip, try to enter the fest when they offer early bird pricing, because not only is it cheaper, but you'll actually have a better acceptance rate. I would avoid entering any festival towards the end of the entrance window because they usually have their lineup pretty solid at that point. Don't panic if you don't get selected right away. Our film Raw Tuba didn't get into a few of the festivals that we initially thought we wanted, some Oscar qualifiers and such, but we found a great home at Telluride Mountain Film. It was actually the ideal fit because their mission of celebrating the indomitable spirit was a perfect match for our film. The premiere was magic, the town is magic, and it launched us with some incredible momentum. Once you got your world premiere all set, spread out in a mix of a couple different top tier fests, several strong mid-tier fests, and some definitely local festivals, or any niche ones where your audience lives. Local ones are really important to me because it supports your local arts community. You get to network with your local filmmakers and people you might want to collaborate with at some point. So those are really fun. Try to show up to as many as you can. Obviously, we don't have endless amounts of funds, but you get so much from being there in person. So if you can only attend one, make sure that's your world premiere. If you can attend two, try to pick the next best one with the most exposure. And programmers love it. The audience loves meeting the filmmakers. You can set up meetings with distributors, producers, and just lots of people. Of course, you want to keep that momentum going, so spread out your news. Each acceptance or award is a chance to post, email, or reintroduce your film. And work the press. Use the pre-screening press template that I put in the first video. Let reporters know you'll be in town. Every new article adds heat to your project. There are some things to avoid here. Not every festival is worth it. And there are a few ways to tell if there's a festival that maybe you don't want to spend money on. Check their website. Is it sloppy? Is it outdated? Has it got a 404 error on it? Another big one is how many years has it been running? So, is it under 5 years old? That's not necessarily a bad thing because there are people with big hearts who are making amazing things happen and trying to get something off the ground, and it's okay to support that. But what I have found is that festivals that have been around longer tend to be more organized, tend to have the ability to pay for travel, tend to be a better experience overall. But support the small ones if you want to. And then the last thing I would say, look out for the rolling or online only festivals. Some of these, I've never done them. Some of them look a bit like a cash grab and not as filmmaker focused. And don't forget why you're doing this. They're a lot of fun, but they're also a strategy. They build momentum, they give your film credibility and connections that open the door to distribution later on, or even open the door to networking that'll help you get your next film. So drop a comment if you have any festival tips that I'm missing here. I'm sure there's a lot more. And if you're one of those amazing people who have followed me for parts 1, 2, and 3, the next video, part 4, is actually going to show you how to use all this festival momentum to pitch distributors and even go directly to streamers and TV networks. The end goal for us, right? Make docs, move hearts. See you in the next one. Peace.